loner ass niggas can just go up to that studio and fucking just beat bop your way to glory. I don't know what it's gonna be. I don't know what it's gonna present as, but I do know
it's gonna be that
it's
beautiful
fucking
Venus
shit.
and Aquarius energy.
Absolutely.
Come on, because you already know what it is.
Is it going? Are we recording?
Oh yeah, she's recording.
We in it. Oh, okay. Here we go. I'm about to do it. We're gonna hit you with the black shin, and then you know we on. Okay, wait. 3, 2, 1. Black shin.
Black shin.
Black shin.
There we go. My bad. I'm just chilling.
Yes. No, it's okay.
I'm just chilling.
It's all right.
Oh,
like,
man.
You are really one. I guess. Well, black shin's been being done, but you're the first guest on the show that's non-blue to do black shin with me, and I love that.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank
you for having me come on.
Yo.
And your new sign. Your new sign. Your new sign looks good.
Yo, I'm just over here living a dream. It's surreal.
It's beautiful.
We're gonna hop right in. Welcome, damn it, welcome to the Hard R's. All right, I'm Asia.
I am Shauntelle.
Yes, this is my nigga. So, yes, okay, wait. We'll get into it. Shauntelle, what are your pronouns?
Oh, she, her.
Yes.
She, her.
Fabulous. My pronouns, if this is your first time listening, are they and she. I just, like, fluctuate, you know what I'm saying? I'm like a wave, if you will.
That feminine energy.
Absolutely. You know what I mean? Like, I really like tapping into it while being daddy. Like, I am daddy. Like, deeply, I am daddy.
You know what's so funny? People always try to separate the two. And I love how you said it's more of a cohesive, I won't say marriage, but a nice partnership with each other.
Absolutely, fully. I know how to tap into both sides, all sides, any of the sides.
Yeah.
Because that's that energy, you know? It's just fabulous.
I love it.
So I want to start with your handle.
Yes.
On social media, because I love to start the top with the handle and then end it with the handles.
All right, so my personal is Shauntelle__Boyer, and it's funny, I didn't know that shit until you told me, which is
on,
my own shit.
This is on Instagram.
Which is on Instagram, yes. And then my podcast is Shauntelle Says Podcast.
Yes.
On Instagram as well.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Fabulous. Yes. Shauntelle is a podcast host, producer, editor, artist, creative.
Oh, thank you.
Just double Capricorn badass.
Alchemist,
like,
healer, all of
truly
it.
Spirit, like, wow, it feels good, because it feels really nice.
Yeah.
Congealing with my people now.
Appreciate
like,
it. Yeah.
Finding my folks who are doing this new type of like Afrofuturistic healing and autonomous building and community building. So
and it's so important too, because the space is so white centered.
Absolutely.
It's so like bohemian yoga, white woman, skinny and all this shit. And it's like, I really, not even just infiltrate it, but just come in as my black ass, gay ass, queer ass, and just be like, no, like, we're going to push back on that narrative and say, there's more people who are doing this that's just not that way.
Yes.
Or look that sort of way in a sense. So
fully.
yeah, that's where I'm at. Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Just out here. Okay, so second little sitch, mental health check-in. I really want to start doing this for the show because I think our mental health is important.
Yeah.
And like having open and frank discussions about it is important. So how you feel.
You know,
what's
it's
going
funny.
on?
Today, I feel good today.
I love it.
This last couple weeks has been hard as shit. We talked about it prior to recording.
Yes.
Like,
retrograde hit,
like and then my pockets hit, financial stress. So I'm not gonna lie, it's been a very stressful time. My neck broke out, all types of shit happened. But it was crazy because I got a tarot reading. It was just like, when you let go, everything is gonna change. And that sounds really good, but I'm a cap. So you already know I'm a 6 placement cap. So it's like
you're like
stubborn.
Absolutely not. You're like, look, you're in the tarot reading like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good.
Meanwhile, in your brain,
I'm
you're
like,
literally
I'm
like,
not doing shit.
I'm doing none of those things. I'm going to do absolutely none of those things.
Right. So but you know, it's crazy. I was like, okay, I've been doing it my way for so long, and I've gotten great results, but I haven't got like that result, that fulfillment, right?
You
and
haven't
so
gotten the result.
That I want. And so today I was like, you know, I'm going nature walk, and I'm gonna just let it go. So I went in nature, and I was just like, I let it go. And so through that, man, I tell you, my life has just today, like the last couple hours, has just changed internally. Yeah. Nothing on the external has changed just yet, but everything has changed internally. You know, so mental health check. I was in a storm, but I am definitely walking out that bitch now. That's the real.
I fucking love that, Shauntelle, so much.
I'm walking out that bitch.
It's beautiful. Like, it's beautiful to hear and to know that there's ebbs and flows in life, right?
Yeah.
And that really, I know it seems woo-woo or whatever, but, like, letting go and just, like, experiencing life changes everything.
It's almost like people like, well, you come off stronger than the other side. I'm like, I want to be stronger. I want to be more open.
Absolutely.
I want to be more vulnerable. I want to be more soft.
It's softness.
Soft.
Oh my God, literally. Child, let's get into the softness
of life. Yes.
Because the reality is, as Black, queer, femme presenting individuals, we're not allowed softness. Like, when I reflect on my 20s, I realized that it was just survival. Like, dead ass, straight up survival.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, add a kid on top of it. Add, like, you know, just all of the oppressive everything in every single space. That shit was hard.
Yeah.
And it was hard on my body, and it was hard on my brain. And, like, it's wild being 36 now and, like, healing. Like, I really took the time to take the steps to do that because my 20s wrecked me.
Yeah.
And it's like, I want softness.
Me too.
At the end of it, I want to come home and I just hear the trickling of the cat water thing, doing the cat shit, and, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know my neighbors, and, like, you know, like, I want to wear a bathrobe and slippers and chill. I want softness. I want, like, deeply to be seen. I want that vulnerability.
See, it's crazy. I don't desire a life where people say, oh, you're so strong. I don't want that anymore.
No.
Because I get it. I get what they're saying.
First of
but
all,
I've been strong for a long time.
That shit
and it's
is
time.
So I, like, have this theory. Well, it's not my theory at all, but I actually really don't. It's based off of a lot of Black feminist authors and theorists and like women's studies folks and whatnot. But there is a double-edged sword being a Black femme, right? Because it's like you're the target and the shield.
Yeah, yeah.
So, like, you are martyred in this way while you're living. Oh, you're a strong Black femme. You have risen above, and it's like it normalizes the oppression. I'm not strong.
Phoenix from the ashes.
Is actually fucking trash.
Yeah.
What if we didn't do that part anymore? Don't fucking tell me I'm strong, nigga. Help me.
It's crazy. I have no desire in any relationship, any friendship, anything that requires me to be strong. Don't get me wrong. There is times where I have a very indomitable spirit.
Okay, hey, you need me to help you move your furniture?
Right.
Love it.
Got it.
You need a little emotional support? I got you, fam.
Right.
But you're not going to throw all your shit on me. Boundaries.
Yeah. I just don't have the, I'll be 32 in a couple months. I don't have the capacity to be strong anymore. And there are times where I feel like strength is needed, but this part of my life, I don't really want to have it.
Nah, it's a big no for me.
Yeah, it's a big no. Like, even I came in here, I was just like, you know, this is what I'm going through, all this other stuff. And I was like, it's time to be vulnerable and open.
Because here's the thing.
You know?
I think that, unfortunately, whiteness does has done a number on a lot of things, but it does this thing with vulnerability where it skews the power of vulnerability. I think that white culture teaches people that vulnerability is shameful, and it's self-centering, and those things are like true in a lot of ways in white culture, because like white vulnerability is often very much rooted in shame and guilt and a whole bunch of self-centering bullshit, right? But like spaces for the BIPOC community out here, who's also in the queer, spectrum,
right?
Like our vulnerability is a power, it's a strength, it's a resource.
Yeah.
It's something that we need to actually like.
It's healing.
It's
into.
healing.
That's the healing. It's the healing.
That's the healing.
That's the healing.
And here's the thing. Look, like I at this big age, I'm like, look, I'm vulnerable with you. I'm honest. If you don't rock with it, kick fucking rocks.
Yeah.
Go. I will see you later, I'm sure. Because the way my life works out, Shauntelle, it's really funny, is I'll tell a nigga to kick rocks, and then they kick rocks, and then a few months later, they're like, hey, what's up? And I'm like,
yeah.
Just over here stirring up my petty spaghetti. Because I love it.
I'm very petty, to be honest.
The cap. It's the cap.
I'm all cap.
Okay.
But like, I'm very, very intentional about my pettiness, though.
Yeah, that's how you have to petty.
Very intentional.
It has to be like to ruin several levels of your life.
Yeah.
That's the level
I can
of
be
petty
very petty.
I like to go to.
Yeah.
Same.
But I can resort also and just not giving you nothing.
Right.
And that right there is gonna like literally if you do something and I'm just like, you know what? I'm not gonna be petty. I'm be silent for a second. Say nothing. Which is also manipulative in its own way.
But you know what I call that? Range.
It's range, bitch. Oh my god.
You're giving them the range.
That's so funny.
All right, so funny. A little bit of range.
Yeah.
Okay, so my mental health, y'all. Fuck. So much is going on personally in my life.
Yeah.
It's kind of like I know I'm leveling up, so I recognize that all what you were saying earlier, all the pile-ons of things that, frankly, I've been avoiding, I have to address them to like move up. So it's been healing. You asked a little bit before we like started recording about the hysterectomy. I'm feeling great. Booted, tooted, and rooted. You know, it's still wild. I do have my ovaries, so like I still cycle with like
the emotions aspect of it.
Absolutely. And occasionally I'll feel like what is called a phantom cramp or phantom period, where I'll just have a PMS and acne. I have a giant zit under my chin right now. It's so painful. Like, it is so painful. I will just eat food and I won't bleed. It's just, yeah. So apparently it's, the nerves have got to shake out the ute part. You know? Because like when you remove a major organ.
But will that stop though at some point? Or will it keep going?
I mean, I
hope so.
I mean, I know eventually, like, I'll go into menopause, like at the big age of 36, hopefully soon, God bless. But, well, actually, no, I don't really want to go into menopause. Whatever. Long story short, we'll see. We'll keep you posted, America. Okay. I will say that I'm really feeling very proud of myself for sticking with the routine that I set for not just my physical health, but also my mental health. Oh, also, y'all, I have a partial in. Hey, America. Hi. I don't know if you girls remember from like last season or whatever, but I was like getting my face fixed and like pre-hysterectomy or whatever. Now I have a partial in. So if you hear me lisp, if you hear me have a hard time saying T's,
I can hear you well. I can hear all of that right here.
That's fantastic. That's why, because I got
the Power Show.
Papa's got a brand new bag. I'm also gonna show you because why not? Oh, it makes me feel like old and young. It's got teeth in it, nigga.
It does.
It's got literally, they molded my mouth, nigga. They like they 3D examined my mouth. Molded.
When'd you get that?
Like 3 days ago, 4 days ago.
Wow.
Recently. Very recently.
Mm.
I gotta brush it. Anyway, here it is.
It takes some getting used to, huh?
Oh yeah,
You put it in quick though.
I'm really trying to be a whippersnapper with it.
Whippersnapper.
You know what I mean?
You definitely. Whippersnapper.
You know
That's
really
some shit my mom would say.
I'm really trying to whippersnapper, and I'm really trying to pop, pop, pop. You know what I mean? Like take it in, take it out, take it in, take it out. So.
Oh, I had a nice joke with that, but keep going. Keep going.
Mental health shit. Yes, taking care of it. Staying on my meds.
Same. I'm on meds too.
Oh man. Okay.
Seroquel 100 milligrams. Bipolar.
All right. Oh,
Disorder 1.
Yo.
Yeah. Disorder 1.
Let's get into it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you were diagnosed with bipolar disorder.
1. Yeah.
1. Okay. And can I ask when?
Ooh. What year are we in? 2022.
I guess. Yeah. Yeah. It's about
2018 diagnosed. 2019 on medication.
Damn.
Yep.
And Seroquel works for you?
Yep. I was on 50 milligram initially, but I felt that. What did he say? He says more like it felt like something trying to break through the ceiling, and so he was like, "Okay, let's bump you up to bump you up to 100 milligrams." Yes. I'm good. It's a downer. Okay. It take it at nighttime. It puts me to sleep. I haven't had a manic episode in almost 4 years now. Yeah.
Shauntelle, nigga, bro, congrats, you fucking applause. That's that shit I like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Fucking lation.
Yeah. It's crazy because people who knew me back then, they're like,
wow.
Yeah. Because, I'm not going to get into him, but there's someone in the media that you can see is very manic, very, very out there. And it's definitely, it's a real thing. I'm not going to talk about that person, but it's a real thing. Being manic and depressive. Having a manic episode, it lasts, I think,
they can last for days,
2 weeks. Weeks, yeah. Mine came out very, very, very sporadic, just very out there. I would clean and want to have sex and just a lot of things. And it just, I was against it for so long because, trigger warning, I went to the hospital for suicide, blah, blah. And then they gave me medication. It triggered my manic episodes. Because they didn't know. Because they didn't know. They did not know. I was on Zoloft, and then they was like, I couldn't sleep for days, and I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
You know what? Okay, so, side note. Not even side note. It's so wild. I was recently diagnosed with ADHD, chronic depression and anxiety, and what's the other one? There was a PMDD.
Oh, yeah.
Which was some other hormonal shit. I still have my ovaries, so, like, that's still kind of a thing. And when I was down bad, and like went to go see a therapist, they were like, you have to see a doctor. Like I was storing so much trauma in my body that like I just could not function. Yeah. And one of the first things that I was taking was Seroquel to like help me sleep, and also to determine whether or not I needed antipsychotics.
What milligram was you on?
So, okay, so let's see. Let me run it all down. 88 at the time, the Adderall I was on was just 15 milligram extended release.
Okay.
And then Xanax 0.25, and then the Seroquel was whatever the lowest dose is.
So 50.
And that shit knocked
me
out.
You know what's wild though? So 3 years being on Seroquel, swear to God, if I don't take my medication, I can't sleep. I know.
And look, I'm not mad about it.
Yeah.
I think it's okay because it regulates you. Obviously, it helps to maintain like That's why I have to take Xanax. I have to take a half of a Xanax or a whole Xanax to fall asleep, which is not recommended, but like for my level of anxiety and for my body and for my brain type and just all this fucking trauma and all this shit, like it helps me fall asleep, sleep without like having a restless brain, because that was another part of before being medicated. Like I could not rest. Like even when my eyes were closed, like my brain was just like going like. And I've always had like wild dreams and shit, but it was just getting even wilder. Yeah. And like I was losing.
How'd the Seroquel make you feel?
The Seroquel initially was great in terms of like, oh, cool, I can sleep and I can like sleep through the night.
Yep.
But then like as time went on, I was noticing it was really hard for me to like get up and like get moving.
Yeah.
And like I kind of felt like I was in this like fog. But I think it was because my other... Oh, right. Also, I'm on antidepressants.
So it probably was like...
It was literally like clashing with each other. Right. Okay, so yeah, at this point...
And they didn't know that it would clash?
So my psychiatrist was like, we'll try you on the low dose because... Right, because I wasn't sleeping. Pre taking the medication. Right. So I was on Zoloft. I take Zoloft, sertraline. At the time, it was just 100 milligrams. I had the Xanax and Adderall.
Okay.
So I was regulating, right? Like, so I could, like, get up. My brain would go. But then, like, midway through the day, the extended release Adderall would wear off. Also, like, the anxiety medication would kind of wear off because I would take half of a Xanax, like, to start and do the day. And then it would be very difficult for me to, like, regulate myself as, like, I moved later into the day.
Yeah.
So she was like, okay, well, let's try the Seroquel, do a little sleepy time because it sounds like you need to sleep, you know? And I was like, okay, yes, we'll help with the regulation, blah, blah, blah. And then, that shit just knocked me on my ass. So we knocked that out of the equation. I ended up having to bump up my antidepressants and add an additional, like, regular release tablet Adderall and add, like, an additional 0.25 just in case for the days. And I've been emotionally regulating.
Nice.
Like it's been great.
Yeah.
Like I really, and it's funny because like while I'm handling like all this shit is happening, but I'm able to handle it now. Like it's really, I'm a very different Asia than I was years ago.
I was so anti it for so long.
Oh my god.
Because I was like pharmaceutical companies, all that shit, and my therapist broke it down to a very, very simple point. But she was like, "But what about you? Fuck them. What about you? Do you feel like?" And I was holding out, and she was like, "I understand the holistic route. I'm not saying that. I'm not going against that." Right, but she was like, "But what about you?" She was like, "Let's just try it and see." And we tried it. Almost 4 years later, I haven't had an episode. So, you know, I have that overview of like pharmaceuticals, but to be honest with you, it's like,
but it's a stigma. My kid's psychiatrist said, yeah, you know, people are around pills, blah, blah, blah. But, like, people don't realize that every single day they're self-medicating. You got a headache, you take an aspirin. That's fucking medicine.
Yeah.
You need stimulation, you drink coffee.
Yeah.
You suck down fucking Red Bulls all day. Like, everybody has a thing that they use, whether it's in a shaky, or it's in a shaky, or it's in a
something
something that pops or whatever. Like everybody has a thing. So like, there's no really removing the stigma behind taking care of ourselves and taking care of our bodies, and also healing from the trauma of the anti-blackness of the medical industry and all the fucking shit that they did. You know, like I'm gonna take care of myself. I'm going to make sure I do that because I'm not going out at 45 stroked out because I've just kept it all inside and been everybody's
right.
like, perfect mother and like an upstanding pillar of the community, and I fucking y'all got me fucked up. Y'all got me fucked up. If you think I'm going out like that,
right?
Because we're not going out like that,
right? Yeah, no, it's an interesting bell I had to go through because I was like, what part of me needs to heal outside the medication?
Yes,
to support the medication.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So it was like
it's
a yin yang. So I had to get to that space of like I was in therapy for so long prior to me actually walking it out. And people always say like, what was that click that helped you, that took you to the next level of your healing? Mm-hmm. And honestly, like a lot of things play into a part, but it's honestly was my openness, because I was so closed off just for myself and others. Like we were saying prior to us going on air, like I hold my heart close to me. But now getting to a space where I see where that has led me, and I'm like, okay, let me move different. And so let me open my heart up. Yes. And that was the beginning of a transformative healing.
Period.
You know what I mean?
And really, before we got on air, we were talking about this too. That's what I was trying to get at. Mm-hmm. Having a hard time getting there, but trying to get at when I was saying like I lost everything. Like I was like living in a woman's bungalow.
Yeah.
Like next to my baby daddy. Like it was a lot before this shit happened. Mm-hmm. And it was like I had to choose me and make choices for me. And really the first step of doing that meant, what do I want? Mm-hmm. What do I want?
Right. Yeah.
Not what do they want. Not
what do I want?
Not what's being projected onto me in every sense, in terms of motherhood, in terms of my relationships, in terms of how I look, in terms of how I move in this world. What do I want? And then I was like, go.
I always say in everyone's life, there comes a point in time that that could be at 25, 30, 35. Everybody comes to a point in their life where they have to choose that thing, that experience, or that person, or choose you. And you actually, a lot of people can remember. Like I remember the moment where I chose something else over than myself. Mm-hmm. And you literally, and sometimes it doesn't have to be big. It's just like, you know what? I'm gonna stay on the phone a little longer, where I know my ass should be sleeping. Because you're choosing that, you know what I mean?
Do you hear us, America?
You know?
When you do the thing where you are like giving yourself goals and and here's the thing. People are like, goals, how do I set them? I don't know, nigga. Listen to your intuition and follow it, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not the ego, not your brain, not your Apple Watch. Mm-hmm. You literally have to listen to yourself, which means trusting yourself, which we talked about off air.
Trusting yourself.
So I'm on the phone with my boo. I know I got to work at 6 a.m. or whatever it is that you got to do. Do that shit.
Trust yourself enough to say, in this moment, I got to choose myself because X, Y, and Z. And then my therapist told me that it was so brilliant. She said to me, the moment you choose yourself and you keep choosing yourself, you show others how to choose you. And so I had to recount all the situations in my life where I didn't choose myself. And they couldn't choose me either. Because they're like, you're showing me you don't give a fuck about yourself. You
literally don't care about yourself.
So how am I going to love you if you don't fucking love yourself?
These are facts. So
at the end of the day, it's like
factuals.
It's a beautiful picture, by the way.
That was us up north. Oh my God, y'all niggas. I'm sorry. So I know we went to fucking up north to Elmira. So this is Elmira.
By the way, I'm not going to tell you your passcode, but your passcode, something I just looked up yesterday. I know the meaning of it. It means transformation, fulfillment, and love. If I saw it correctly, that's what it. Oh my gosh.
We were just on the road.
No more events today. Oh, it's so pretty.
You know?
That's so pretty.
But yes. I'm it is beautiful. And also like shout out to you, because like we really linked up over Instagram.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, and you stayed consistent and committed to like doing this. And thank you for believing in me and this shit while I was going through my shit.
Yeah.
And like, look at us. Look at how it just all, look at the congealing. Y'all don't even know, niggas. Y'all don't even.
We was supposed to do this months ago.
But were we?
But were we? My point was, but were we though?
When it was it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
What's for you is for you, and what isn't.
At the right time.
Period.
At the right time.
And when you are taking care of you and really being honest with yourself. And that's really the topic of the day, so we'll save that. But okay, wonderful. So we're doing great. Next up, supporting Black businesses.
Yes.
Shauntelle.
Yes.
We're supporting you.
Oh, thank you.
And look, I just want to say, one, Chauntelle's fashion is amazing. Do you understand?
Stop it.
Will you show the people the shoes? Will you please stand up? Please stand up. Put them. Put them on the table. Put them. Okay. Look at this crispy nigga. Look at the ghost earrings. Also, they're ghost earrings. Eye
plugger.
Yes. We're gonna do it all. I just needed a moment before.
It's the Libra rising. It's the Libra rising.
It is the Libra rising. You're going to flourish. You know what I'm saying? Like it's about the presentation for Libras, which is something that I love about a Libra. But I hate the lies. You know?
Oh shit!
I hate the lies.
What lies you talking about? Like white lies or just like?
I mean, but
you know, like,
what about when there's so many white lies that it makes a black hole of lies?
Oh, that's true.
That you just disappear into. Because
I give you that.
Do just be in
them niggas do be lying.
Just
them niggas be lying. But here's the thing that saves my black ass. I have a lot of cap, so I just tell the truth.
You do.
Like
you do have a lot of cap.
No, don't get me wrong. I have for sure lied. Have my fair share of lies.
Absolutely. We all
but
have.
It's like now I'm just like you don't get the truth. And that's it.
You're gonna get whatever comes out of this bonnet.
Not you saying stand up and show the shoes. I wasn't expecting you to say that.
Cause they're great, like niggas. Okay, so for those of you that are just listening, they're Nikes.
Oh yeah.
They're just it's a Technicolor. Like, what kind of shoe is it? I don't even know.
You know what's funny? I don't know shoes. I just buy them.
Fabulous. Okay, that's wonderful. Maybe we'll take a picture.
Yeah.
And then we'll post it on Instagram. The shoes go crazy. We're supporting your business.
Thank you.
Let's talk about the podcast.
Yes.
Talk about you.
Shauntelle Says podcast is all about returning home for millennials through self-love, radical healing, and consciousness. I haven't said that a million times, but
first of all, that's amazing, and that's why we click. That is right in my wheelhouse.
Just come home to yourself, and whatever that means for you, whether that's your body, your power, your intuition, your purpose, your vision. It's really allowing life to be in the driver's seat. And not in a way where you can't take control of your life, but you surrender to life in a way where you're allowed to return home to yourself, and through solitude, through meditation, through prayer, whatever it works for you. And I just love talking to people. I really believe that. I always say purpose is what God, universe places in you. Vision is how it comes out of you. You know? So my vision is to help people return home to themselves. And so that's just...
I'm trying not to scream right now. Like, I'm gripping my pen because, like, it's just, that shit is fucking beautiful and so necessary. Can I ask why the millennial generation?
I never been asked that.
I
never been asked that.
As a millennial, as an elder millennial.
Yeah.
Okay.
Such a good question. I think for me, because A, I'm a millennial.
Yes.
And B, I think millennials get such a bad rap. And we're just seen as this fucking don't go by the rules, just do what the fuck you want to do, egotistical humans. And it's like, no, we're so much greater than that, actually. I really believe that millennials are shifting and changing the tide in the culture.
It's the Shauntelle show, y'all. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. That's it.
We're shifting and changing the culture. And so I feel like through the shifting and changing, we also have to have leaders that rise up and help millennials. And so I really feel like I'm a millennial. I'm not a boomer. I can't speak to boomers. I'm not Gen, Z, X, Y, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't speak to that. I can only speak to my people and my people. Black individuals, black humans, black queer people.
Yes.
And if you're white, whatever case may be, you can listen on, but you know what it is. But
Period.
You know, it's just helping to turn Shauntelle because we have been such a misunderstood generation, and it's like actually we're shifting, we're transforming, and we're healing. And so that's why I create my podcast. A healing community.
I'm like, it's almost like, also like, have you been reading my journals? Have you been reading my diary? One of the things that has come up quite a bit in conversations is the reality, there was this reality I had when I was shifting out of negative power dynamics, deep in shadow work, negative power dynamics, and moving them into positive ones, right? So I was like, okay, millennials are healers. We are like the ones that actually have been determined, deemed, foretold, if you will, to cycle healing and like the centering of that again. And that is why society shit on us and told us that we wasn't shit, that we ain't shit, and moving out of the trauma of being told that over and over and over again into the power of recognizing, wait a minute.
We do. And a lot of millennials, their parents are boomers. So we're healing off of their trauma as well.
Listen, child.
Because that whole generation right there is a whole different conversation.
Listen, I just started talking to my mom again for the first time in 3 years. Yeah. And it's really wild how time exposes like shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really interesting. And like one of the things that I've been noticed or recognizing is this pattern in boomers of regret, grief. Like there's not really a lot of like
accountability. There's none of that.
And thus there's no joy. It's just kind of like a lifeless movement. And also as a millennial, like I've had to do this work where I moved past resenting boomers, which like I still do for a lot of reasons, because it's like, one, what the fuck? Like y'all niggas started credit. In 1986. Why you do that?
Right.
Y'all niggas were spawned from some of the greatest civil rights movement shit in all of history, and you chose
to do credit,
materialism.
Yeah.
Y'all chose a lot of other things. Now, granted, that is not to say, obviously a shit ton of violence, a shit ton of killings, a shit ton of, but it was like, there was time then to not go in the direction of like the westernization of everything and making that the status quo. But that's what you did. Yeah. And now here we are with these lawns and this credit and tanking everything, and y'all niggas is like, well, at least I went to college.
Yeah, or working at a job for 40 years. I just can't do that. No, my brain can't do that. My spirit can't do it. No, my spirit can't handle that.
Millennials are the bridge. We bridge the gap between the past and the future.
I agree.
So even though we don't it's wild living in a home with two different generations of people and my generation. True. It feels deeply intergenerational. It is deeply interracial. Or intergenerational. Yeah. And like recognizing that the old know things that the young don't know, and the young know things that the old don't know, means that coming to some sort of conclusion with boomers or recognition of accountability, like that has to happen. Yeah. Like for my mom, I'm like, the healing part of this is like your accountability. Like if you're gonna be in a relationship with me,
you gotta be accountable.
Honestly, openly, you gonna see me and receive me. We gonna talk about accountability. Yeah. We just with a therapist, because I'm not doing this shit by myself anymore.
It's just accountability is something that's so like, it's not even multifaceted. It's just in the simple fact that people just can't do it. Because speaking of a mirror, people can't look in the mirror and look at themselves and say, I did this, or whatever case may be, or I was a part of this, or I hurt someone, whatever the case may be, because it forces you to look at yourself. And a lot of us don't want to look at ourselves because it's scary. It's scary, it's ugly, it's messy as fuck, and it takes a level of killing your ego.
Absolutely. Because
when you look at yourself in the mirror and say, okay, I understand that how my actions or whatever case may be has affected this person, it kills the ego, because the ego wants to protect you.
Yes.
Right? Yes. But there's no protection in relationships.
No. There's no protection in any of this shit.
None of this shit.
In life, nigga, we can die today.
Right.
There's no protection from any of that
so
shit.
It's just like, just be accountable for your side of the fence. I can't do what you do, whatever the case may be, but just be accountable for what you do. But most people, and here's the thing, I can't be in a relationship, not even just relationship, friendships with people who have relationships, right, with no accountability.
No.
Like if you can't sit here and have accountability for your actions, and me too. Mm-hmm. If we can't have that discussion, I'm about to be 32 years old. I ain't got time for the games. I'm not playing mental Olympics. I'm not doing that. No. We can disagree, whatever case may be, but if there's no accountability for your side of the fence and my side of the fence, there's no type of relationship happening.
Period.
It can't.
The reality is that ego, from my readings and understandings, is tied to white supremacy and white supremacy's idea of perfectionism.
Yeah.
And ego, because it is an individual experience, it's going to be built upon by your lived experiences, right? So it's going to be something that you, in a mental space, like, use to identify yourself. Like, I am this, and I'm like this, and this is my shit, and this is blah 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 blah. Like, all those things really actually just box you in.
Yeah.
It removes like the fluidity of like personhood.
Yeah.
And ego does not serve your soul filling purpose to be here as a human being.
If you move through your ego, I heard somebody say ego is just edging God out, but if you move through your ego, you are literally snuffing out fulfillment.
Period.
Like a full body fulfillment. Period. Because if I move through ego, I'm not moving through love. I'm not moving through surrender. I'm moving through ego, moving through my way or the highway, whatever the case may be. But you have to view it as, I heard this on Insecure, and the therapist talking to Molly, and she said, do you want a relationship or do you want to be right? Because you can be right, but you may not have that relationship.
That's really...
And I said, damn, fucking Insecure. I mean...
shout out. Thank you, Issa. Thank you, girls.
And I said, whoever wrote that line... It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Because I was like, for so long, I'm like, it's my way. I'm right. And my therapist was like, where has right gotten you, Shauntelle?
Wrong. Making all left turns.
Right? Ain't shit wrong. And my therapist like, ain't shit wrong being single, but you single. Not right now, but...
Right.
Well... Okay. Anyways. But she was like, where has that gotten you? Has it gotten you in relationships? You right though, right?
So are you happy though? You right, but are you happy?
Right. Are you happy though? So
you even know what that is?
You want a disagreement, you want an argument.
How's it feel?
Are you closer with this person because you're right?
And it's like
nah.
The more I study white supremacists or white supremacy's insidiousness and how it really took the globe over, the more I realize that, like, deconstructing why I feel what I feel, allowing myself to feel shame and guilt about things that I disassociated from or that I didn't, a lot like shame and guilt are a lot of the reasons people don't want to look in the mirror.
Yeah.
And shame and guilt are liars because there is no perfect human. So, like, we all do some shit that's imperfect. Now, granted, I'm not some people are. I'm not talking about like the Dahmers or the fucking
No,
I'm not
yeah,
talking about shit, but I'm talking about like we harbor so much
yeah.
from our childhood wounds, and then use that survival shit to pound through our 20s.
Yeah.
And the accountability of self comes with recognizing that it's okay. Shame and guilt are okay feelings.
Right.
That's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Feeling sad is okay. Feeling regret, that's okay. Don't hold that shit.
Feeling disappointed, that's okay. That's okay.
Experiencing failure, that's okay. Maybe
right.
It's not even a failure. Again, we were supposed to do this shit 6 months
it's
ago.
It's a redirection.
Who failed?
Nobody. No such thing.
So like once, I 100% agree with you. It's like once there's this recognition that like it's vulnerability, it's openness.
Yeah.
It's not about being right, not even in relationship with other people. For myself, when I sat down and looked in the mirror about my health, I was like, I've just been lying to myself. I've been lying to myself.
Yeah.
I can't even trust myself because I've been out here fucking straight lying to myself about how much care and help I needed.
Yeah. It's so funny because I don't know why this quote's coming up to me. I remember Michael Jordan. People have their own thoughts about him, but
it is.
It is what it is.
Somebody died.
But he had this quote where he said he never lost a game. He just ran out of time. And I said, "What the hell, nigga? You lost?" No, he said, "No, I didn't. I just ran out of time." And so back to your point is like really looking in the mirror and saying to yourself, that quote gonna help somebody. I don't know why the fuck it came out, but really look in the mirror and saying like, it's okay. Shame and guilt is those are deep emotions. Yes. And then when shame and guilt plays a part, it affects your identity. It affects your worth. It affects how you view yourself.
It affects the ego.
It affects the ego. And so when you're living in this shame and guilt, state, which is okay. It's okay to pause and take a minute, but realize that you are not that. You are so much greater and worthier than shame and guilt. But you can feel those things. My therapist said, feel the feelings. Don't let it overtake you.
Period.
You can get wet.
Yes.
But just don't drown in it. Don't drown in it.
And I think that part of reclaiming the autonomy of our right to exist, honestly, that has been stolen from us because of westernization and white supremacy, is literally recognizing that we deserve to be here just off the right of being here, and that we deserve to experience the entire gamut of human emotions and learn how to regulate so that we don't get trapped and caught up in cycles. I think you're just gonna keep doing the same fucking shit over and over and over and over and over and over again until move different.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest emotions I'm working on right now is joy, because of being a Black, queer, masculine identifying woman. Is that when you walk out the house, in their eyes, white supremacy and all that stuff, you're not the standard, right? You're not the standard. We don't want you here. We fucking gonna look at you. We can't even go up north because you're gonna look at you crazy. All types of shit's happening, right? And so in the midst of this white supremacy state, in the midst of all of this, they're telling you you're not beautiful, you're not worthy, we're going to fucking kill you if you know what I'm saying, get stopped by police, whatever case may be. Yep. In the midst of all that trash, you're telling me to find my joy.
To find joy.
To find joy and sustain your joy.
Snatch joy has been literally like my...
To sustain it.
Period.
Right? In the midst
prioritize it.
In the midst of watching and seeing all this shit, and watch what you consume too. A lot of times when you consume all this trauma, it gets stuck in your body, and so understanding the joy of life
perpetuates not stereotypes, but it perpetuates violence.
Yeah.
Towards Black
And by the way, if you are a white person, I'm just give I'm gonna give a disclaimer. If you are a white person and you are constantly reposting shit on your stories about black and brown people getting killed or whatever case may be, FYI, post a trigger warning because we see that shit. It happens to us, not you.
What if you actually don't post it at all and you sit with that feeling and maybe you write it down in your fucking journal or in your poo,
whatever,
the therapist, whomever, okay? But you have to the projection of guilt has to stop. I know what a nigga dying looks like.
Or feels like. And feels it.
You've known since you opened a history book and saw lynching in fucking 4th grade. The fuck?
You know. So at the end of the day, it's like sustaining your joy in the midst of all this trauma. That is the beauty, and it's hard. Because to constantly get berated all these different type of messages in your internal dialogue, outer dialogue, all this shit, and it's like, and look in the mirror and say, you're still fucking worthy. Yes. You're still fucking beautiful. You deserve a vision and purpose in this life, and to walk that shit out every day as black humans, black queer humans, black femmes, black masks, whatever. To walk that shit out and live a life of full body fulfillment. Yeah. What the fuck? How?
Life.
That's full body fulfillment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like where you feel that shit from the head to your fucking toes.
And to know it's achievable.
Yeah, it is.
And it's not like a 12-step program though. Like no disrespect. It's achievable. It starts with a commitment.
And surrender to the ebb and flow of life, like you said earlier.
Period.
Yeah.
Yes. I love it. Yeah, because you don't have a lot of water in your chart, and I have a lot of water in my chart. And I just feel like
my water's in Pluto. It's a Scorpio, which is the
furthest. So far away. I'm over here. Look, I'm over here just trying to get these hard ass niggas to just like let it go,
let it in.
Okay. And
okay, Tony.
Like, all right.
Come on, Tony.
Let it go.
Wasn't that the way?
She said everything's gonna work.
Wasn't that on the When Takes Hell soundtrack?
Absolutely, it was.
Look
bitch.
At you need. Okay, you know what segment you should do?
What?
Black trivia.
Okay.
That would be good.
Yes.
Okay, I got one for you.
Boom. I'm ready.
Oh shit, I don't have one for real.
Okay,
I was just saying it.
Okay, wait.
Black trivia.
Okay, wait. I have another one. Wait. Give me a second. Ooh. Okay. Who was the villain in the movie? No. Sorry. Nope, scratch that. Mm-hmm. Who was the model that was making perfume in the movie Boomerang, starring Eddie Murphy, Jada Pinkett,
Halle Berry?
Oh, it wasn't Jada Pinkett.
It was
Halle Berry. Yeah.
Robin Givens.
Yes.
Ooh.
Come on.
Oh, wait. With Eartha Kitt. Oh, damn. Okay. Wait me a second. Who was the model? Jesus, I don't know. I've seen the movie 1,000 times. Don't know. Who was it?
It was Eartha Kitt.
That's her name? Was it Eartha Kitt?
Yeah, it was Eartha Kitt. Yeah.
I was just.
Yeah. Because she was.
I remember her being the. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, Siri. Who was in the movie Boomerang?
Oh, let me see.
Wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. Yes. Eartha Kitt. You were 100% correct. You won Black.
Damn, I got one for you.
Now.
This is more of a.
Yeah, she was. Do you remember? She was the old cougar who kept trying to fuck Eddie Murphy.
He fucked her, right?
I don't think he fucked her. I think she was trying to fuck.
Grace Jones was in it.
Grace Jones was also in it.
Okay, I got one for you. This is more of opinionated.
Okay.
90s movie.
Okay.
What death in a black film you feel like hurt the most?
Every single death and Set It Off.
Okay. Damn, you got me on that one. Mine was Ricky from Boys News.
Oh my God.
Ricky.
No.
Damn.
And actually, wait.
Actually,
you know what?
Set
It Off was the aughts. That was the aughts, right?
That was good. I'll give you that one.
Was it in the aughts? When was Set It Off made? Was it the 90s? Hey, Siri. When was the movie Set It Off made?
90s, right?
Set It Off was released on November 6th.
It was the 90s.
Damn, I give you Set It Off. I give you Set It Off.
And then in that film, in order of deaths, first Queen Latifah.
Yeah, when she got, yeah,
like
that shit was crazy.
Also, like a baby gay, I was like, no.
Cleo, right?
Yeah, like it was brutal. Second was the
Kimberly Elise.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, her. Listen, she can act.
Do you hear me?
She take me there every time.
Kimberly Elise does not get enough credit.
She need
for being a fucking
goat
star.
Beautiful.
Death was tragic. Third, Vanessa Williams. No. Nope. She, come on.
I'm looking at the poster. It was Queen Latifah, Jada Pinkett, Kimberly Elise.
Yes.
Vivica A. Fox.
Vivica A. Fox.
Come on.
There we go.
Think about it.
There it was.
Damn, Vivica.
Come on. Vivica.
Wait, how Vivica die? I came. Oh, she was. Yeah. Okay.
She got. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
That's a good segment for you. Black trivia.
I mean, a good segment for us. You know,
us.
like
Maybe us. Yeah, you're right.
Whatever. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah. That was a good one.
I like that. Thank you for that.
No problem.
Oh,
no problem.
It's just a vibe. Okay, we're moving on. Also, I don't even know how many minutes left we have on video. Are you cool? Also, are you want to keep going? You want to take a little break?
Yeah, just a little more. I got to shoot a move after this. Listen,
right.
You got me at the house, so I'm shooting moves now.
Listen, okay, mood. We're moving up. Moving on up. So Dumb Bitch Juice.
Ooh.
We're gonna get right into her.
Okay.
Dumb Bitch Juice, for those of you who have never heard the podcast, is a moment we take to just go off about the fuckery and the dumb bitches out here in the world. It's a person, it's a place, it's a thing, it's a theory, it's a concept. It can be anything, all right? We're just going to go up about things that I feel needs to be gone up about. Shauntelle, I'm going to start this off just real quick. You know, in doing this, like, gender work, I'm trying to heal my masculine wound.
Sorry, dog. I felt that one deep. Sorry.
I'm trying to heal my masculine wound while being daddy and a mother and a bad bitch who, like, nobody can say shit to. So, in doing so, I'm trying to open up my heart to these men.
In what way?
In ways where I can be softer.
Ooh, soft.
About my not approach, but my feelings, so that I can redirect my body to not engage in like a trigger response. Because there's a lot of missed opportunities, I think, like that happen or could happen. There's a lot of education and knowledge sharing that could happen. I see. I love a thug nigga, honestly, because like when you really just sit down and chat with a thug nigga, like most of the time they just want to learn. Like thug niggas. When I said to a thug nigga, like my pronouns are they them, he was like, "What that mean? They who?" And I was like,
niggas like,
but
they
then
who?
was also like, "Yo, what? Like, I want to know."
So much innocence in that.
And
They who?
Exactly.
So much innocence in that.
So much innocence and
like they who? Yeah.
I'm really trying to change. Yeah, like the violence into like it's a curiosity. Unless you a violent nigga, then you can fucking get it. But anyway, I'm trying to do that, and it's just hard. It's just hard because every day you niggas disappoint.
Yeah.
Every day.
The pause. Oh, that was a great pause.
Because it's just it's like at this point it's clockwork. It's just already in the repertoire of things I know I'm gonna have to deal with in the day. Niggas not being shit. Case in point, Nia Long's
who child? Not you fumbling Nia Long.
Ex-husband.
Back on Black Trivia.
Honey, okay.
The 90s star.
If you do not know who Nia Long is, if you are unsure, go ahead and Google this because it's very important.
Since the short haircut days.
Okay, Nia Long is a black legend.
Yes.
Living.
Yep.
Do you understand?
And looking good, living.
Just has been beautiful.
Moisturizing.
Has been beautiful forever.
Since the 90s. Since short cut hair days. Oof.
So her husband, soon to be ex-husband, sorry, fiance, they were never married.
I don't know how you not put a ring on that thing. How do you not put a ring on?
Because you're out here fucking white women that look like preschool, teachers, or like they bake fucking gluten-free. Well, and I mean gluten-free. I'm not, it's white women. It's just flavorless. It's giving flavorless. How? Why? When?
Not only did you fumble your relationship, you fumbled your career.
Listen,
you was coaching the Boston Celtics. They made it to the finals.
Ime.
And now you got to take a year off for some pussy.
Ime.
Was it really?
Udoka.
Was it really worth it though?
Was it worth it?
And you got a son. And he
worth it?
He old enough to realize what's going on. Was it worth it?
Was it worth it? You lost your job. You lost Nia Long. And here's the thing. You know what's so funny about life? Bringing it back around what we were talking about earlier. You fly, you going, right?
Yep.
You right.
Yep.
You right.
Yep.
Right. And then, boom! You fumble Nia Long. And you fumble your career.
I'm gonna go real, a little Christian-y. What the Bible said? The pride comes before the fall.
Hey, listen, amen, Ashe.
You reached the highest point of the mountaintop, and you feel like you was a shit, invincible.
And then what?
Everybody know. Now this is the white standard. Everybody know you can't fuck people who you work with, and she on your staff. And hold on, and she was doing travel arrangements for Nia Long.
You niggas is nightmares. I hope that you suffer.
Nia, I really. You do what you want to do, Nia, but it wasn't you. It wasn't you. It was never you.
Black femmes, hey, I need you to hear me.
It was never you.
We've been conditioned to feel that it's us, that it's always us, that it's
you.
always our fault.
Nope.
Being the lowest on the totem pole of this fucking shithole means that everything gets thrown on you. Nia Long, you did nothing wrong. Black femmes out there.
I'm gonna say this. I was dude back in my toxic days.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you this now from experience. It was never my woman.
How about that?
It was always my shitty ass. That's just the real.
That?
That's just the real.
So yeah, I hope you suffer. You're ugly, and good luck. Isaiah Washington can also
he's been a lot since Grey's Anatomy days.
Did you see?
Right, I'm talking about the same guy, right?
Yeah. Wait, I'm pulling it up right now. So
yeah,
you
let
can
me
see
see.
it. Come on, phone. Nigga, listen to this. Listen to this. Listen to this shit. Listen to this shit. Listen to this shit.
What do you say?
Oh, wait a minute.
No,
wait. We're going through election day. Fuck election day. Personally. Blah 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 blah. How do you do the things? Okay, wait, hang on. Listen to this creepy shit. Put it into the mic.
Years later, R. Kelly's been convicted. 30 years.
Yeah, like we didn't see that coming, huh?
Yeah. And now the Aaliyah story about how he got her pregnant and tried to get married to her and everything else. And now that's, it's always been the rumor for all these years, but now it's actually come forward and established in a court of law and so forth. When you heard about that,
Perfect.
R. Kelly's conviction and knowing Aaliyah the way you did, how did you feel?
She was very complex. Like I said, she was easy to love. Can't judge choices she made in her life. She was very in control of her being. But she was a businesswoman too. She was super smart.
She was a young girl. She wasn't a woman.
I think she was in control of that situation, even at her age, 100%.
At 15?
Oh, yeah. When I say she was mature beyond her age, like that's all, age ain't nothing but a number.
Name her first album, yeah.
R. Kelly wrote it.
She was 15,
Hello.
30. Easy. So she was in control of that whole situation,
Sometimes You know,
That was also via Vlad TV on YouTube. Thank you.
you know, sometimes you gotta be okay. First of all, she wasn't a woman. She was 15.
This
Let's
was a
be clear.
child.
It's a child.
A child.
Number two, you have to realize that sometimes, as being a podcaster and an interviewer,
Yes.
sometimes you bait for clicks.
Sure.
And sometimes you should just shut the fuck up and say next question. He had no right to talk about what the fuck is going on. That wasn't your part. You should just be like, no, I'm not answering that question. Next fucking question. Or you could be an upstanding human and say that shit was fucking wrong, that she was a child and she was preyed upon, and then you move on.
Or you could be a creep like Isaiah Washington.
You know.
And perpetuate really disgusting, violent, horrible shit about femmes and young femmes. Like, and also it's giving like I fuck 15-year-olds. And I'm like,
it's giving he has a past too. So just give it a year to some women come out.
Oh, it's
giving a lot.
So disappointment number 2. Disappointment number 3 comes from my friend Dika, who will be on the podcast soon.
Ooh.
Shout out Dika. Thank you. You told me about it this morning. Herschel Walker is a United States senator. He used to be, from what I gather, a football player of some sort.
Herschel Walker.
Yeah, he has like chicken restaurants and shit.
I'm not familiar with him.
Yeah, I don't. Let me see who he played for. Wait, I'm going to cnbc.com. Okay, wait. Herschel. Who did he play for? Wait, we're opening it. I'm sure somebody who likes sports
Herschel.
is like screaming.
I love football, so I'm surprised I don't know who this cat is.
He's like one of these old hat niggas. Okay, wait a minute. Georgia. So he played football at the University of Georgia, right?
Let me see. Oh, yes. Okay, yes,
Okay.
yes.
He is running for Republican Senate, like office, right? In Georgia.
Sounds like Chief Greg.
100%. It's giving big.
It's giving Hollywood.
It's giving big Clarence Thomas. It's giving big coon. He has made tons of money from the Republican Party, specifically from anti-abortion organizations, people, blah, blah, blah. Well, child, guess what? Not only is Herschel Walker a violent domestic abuse
CTE
person, and yeah, exactly, yes, he.
No excuse, but just no.
It's a thing. He also apparently had like DID, which is dissociative identity disorder.
Yep.
And that was like undiagnosed or whatever.
Wow.
Still no excuse for the behavior, whatever. He put out a book. He profited off of it. His ex-wife was like, no. Then it has recently come out that he paid for a woman to have not one but 2 abortions. And she didn't do the second one.
Oh, was she white?
I'm gonna assume.
It's giving white. It's definitely
I'm gonna
giving white.
assume.
It's definitely going.
I feel like what else? Like you know?
Yeah, that's it.
Wait a minute, cause here, wait, maybe later. Yes, it's an anonymous woman, according to CNBC.com.
Yeah, girl, stay anonymous because you don't want this. You don't want this.
You're
actually,
a mess.
It's
Messy. And the Republican Party is like fucked because they don't have anybody
he's
else.
endorsed by Donald Trump too.
Yeah, absolutely. They're friends. Yeah, insane. And you know what? I'm gonna just skip ahead because I know we've literally been talking for a minute, and I don't know.
But it's giving the fourth one. You gonna go there, though?
Yeah.
Nice.
Since we're going right into Trump, and I just love also just side note that this nigga's like getting, subpoenaed.
I really hope so, but I'm really afraid who connect to him, like his son and stuff. Who's gonna,
Of course. I mean, white collar criminals.
By the way, Michigan, you need to vote next month, right?
Wait, what?
Michigan, the governor, correct?
Oh, for Whitmer?
Yeah, and
yeah,
Tudor.
or for who? Yes,
Tudor.
Yes.
I mean,
Hey, Hey, if you vote, go vote. I don't be voting, but that's
You
a whole
don't.
nother
Okay, that's another
conversation
stuff. But I'm just saying.
Yes.
We really don't want Tudor.
Yes.
Okay. That's
Fair.
it.
Yes. Whitmer, you know what? And she put the buffs on, and I'm like, all right, bitch, you cool. It's alright.
She's giving. She's
You alright,
trying.
you know, and exactly.
She's giving. She's trying.
And I'm like, okay.
I'll give her
love
that.
Her color coordination. I really support the fact that the bitch comes crispy to everything.
And she's really, really trying. She's better than Tudor. We told that much. Tudor is. Oh Jesus. Yeah. Keep going.
Anyways, yes. So, Candace Owens.
You know,
Let's get into it.
it's giving.
Seen recently with Kanye West wearing a shirt that says
White
White
Lives
Lives Matter.
It's giving. You know, sometimes we just don't know who you are, and sometimes you just really don't know who you are. It's giving. I have to play a role because. Did you see the TikTok? Her former classmate in high school did like this whole rant about how pretty much in high school she did like a lawsuit against.
She was like blackity black.
Yeah, because she endorsed Trump. I mean Trump. Him too. But Obama, his first term.
Of course.
But here's the thing: it's not even about Candace Owens. It's about when you just don't love yourself, and when you really believe the lies that white people have told us for so long.
Yes.
That they're the way, they're the answer, they're the not. No, they're the standard.
Yes.
You're a minority. All this other stuff. You really start to get consumed in that. And you really lose your way. But Candace Owens is a person who, I really don't have any words for her. It's just, I don't understand. And that's my problem. I just don't understand you. Because you had lawsuits back in high school, you had lawsuits back in USC, you had all this track record of you going against it, and all of a sudden you just switch. Who bought you out?
I mean, I was gonna say like that's the thing. It's money. It's money. It's money. It's money. It's funny and very intentional that like she showed up with Kanye West, another person who
has black kids, by the way. I mean, but there.
Exactly.
I used to have really, really a heart for Kanye because he has bipolar disorder 1, 2.
Same, but then you know what happened? But then you know what happened? It's okay.
A bitch got hot. I got hot.
It's okay.
I've been real calm this whole goddamn episode talking about that got me hot.
Thank you. I'm just saying because like the Ye thing is exactly why softening my heart to black men specifically helps me be like no to this nigga.
Yeah.
Because I just see like I know people that have BPD. I know like I'm over here shaking my fucking scripts up too. Mm-hmm. Like those things do not excuse or allow
that behavior
for behavior like that. But when you do not have a self, like when you're just a shell.
I watched a documentary on Netflix, the Yeezus documentary. I was like, this man had such a pure heart. And I don't know him back then, but I was watching him. I was like, God damn. And granted, his mom and stuff like that. But I was like, what fucking happened? You know what happened, though, I really believe? When you get fame, it literally it macros your wounds. Fame is not fucking natural.
No, it's not.
A million people watching you, that's not natural.
No, it's designed to distract
and destroy.
Period.
Oh, that's a good one. Distract and destroy.
Distract and destroy. That is a good one.
It is. Yeah. Just
I think what happened to Kanye is what happens a lot
to a lot of us, but not on his scale.
I'm trying to think of someone from the past like Mike Tyson is a really good example.
Yeah, he I don't know him personally, and he obviously he don't have his shit, Robin Givens and the ear thing.
Did you watch the Hulu?
No, is it good?
It is so good.
Really?
Bitch.
Is it a movie or like?
Oh my god! It is a series.
Oh
Trevante Rhodes is Mike Tyson.
Wow.
The show is called Mike. Watch it on Hulu, bitch. It is.
He has. I love him. I don't know him,
love you,
so
Trevante.
I can't endorse you. But from what I see and what I hear you're saying,
yes, Trevante was in fucking Moonlight, the movie.
Yes,
right?
Barry Jenkins.
Yes.
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 Good movie. By the way, watch that. It's a really good movie.
Yes, it's
shit.
brilliant. Just the cinematography, it's shot. So
Lighting. It's Barry Jenkins.
doing the best to light black skin, like leading the way. Anyway, yeah. There's no.
By the way, this is beautiful in black skin.
Thank you.
It is. It's beautiful.
This was all very intentional.
Yeah, the color scheme,
You know
all
what I'm
of
saying?
it.
Like a mood. But when we look at people who align themselves with the status quo,
Yeah.
we see that there is no end to the void. That's at least what I observe. And it's funny because growing up, I remember my mom was like, you should be a model, you should do that. And I never wanted to do that shit. I always wanted to be a creative and create. But like my deepest desire is to be like behind the scenes.
Yeah.
I'm like setting up the fucking shit for other people to do shit. I'm like educating. Like I'm not really in the front because that shit is not good for you.
Yeah.
It's not a natural state of being.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine what Kanye's life was like or is like.
That's why you need people. I don't know him personally, but that's why you need people in your life who can speak life to you.
And
but at the same time, are you receptive of that
that's
life
the
being
thing.
spoken?
Like it was clear in the documentary that he pushed those people away.
But his mother spoke life.
Absolutely.
And
look, that's what I said. I said, listen, when Donda died, when
That's
Donda
what I
got
said.
murdered, he was able. When Donda got murdered, this is what I think. I think they murdered.
That's her. I ain't saying that one.
I'm saying
I'm not saying that one.
Donda got murdered because they knew that that was the thing that kept Kanye like cemented to earth. And when she died, he could be easily controlled and manipulated. I don't know who. I don't know how. I don't know how many motherfucking corporations were involved in this. But I'm telling you, dying from plastic surgery.
Now, I would say, that one, I don't agree with. I don't understand. But I would say that I feel like his mother leaving was the pinnacle to his demise.
You gotta target the thing a person loves, goes to for life the most to destroy them. Candace Owens, your hair's nappy, you're ugly, and not nappy like good. You know what I'm saying? Like there's nothing wrong with having nappy hair, but like her shit's always untextured. Her shit is always unkempt. You know why?
When you wonder, I'm like, I actually wanted. So I was like, I wonder does she wear a scarf when she goes to sleep?
No. I feel no.
You know me,
No,
like
nigga,
as a black woman, like
look at her hair.
Like I don't know.
Nothing about Candace's Owens' hair is giving bonnet. Is giving do rag. Is giving scarf.
It's not giving.
It's not giving silk pillow. It's giving nothing. Yes, girl, give us nothing.
I cannot.
A soul sucking queen. What a horrible person. And it's like at the end of the day, too, is the money really, 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 really worth it? It's so beautiful because we're gonna talk about all of that as we slide into our final topic: self-actualization.
Oof.
In all of that realm, right? So, what are you worth? I think was one of the first questions I had to ask myself.
I had to ask myself. That's a good one. I had to ask myself, am I able to be loved?
That's some earth sign energy right there. That's some shit.
Is it? Is it an earth sign? What you mean?
I feel like
that's a good one.
I feel like my cat moon
too,
fully had to restructure my idea of relationships. And that meant absolutely coming to terms with the fact that I had never experienced love. So I couldn't be loved. And that then led me to like, oh damn, I don't really love like myself for real.
Yeah.
I really disassociated completely from most of my life. So,
I had to take when I asked myself that, I had to say, okay, fine, that's a question. But then I had to ask myself, am I able to love myself? Because it starts there,
Exactly.
obviously, right?
Exactly.
And the answer was, there we go.
There it is.
There it is. Because I was hitting myself. But the answer was no.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to really, and the thing, I can logic my way out of a motherfucking thing. But in that moment, I said, let me not logic, let me just feel that. And I felt it through. And I was like, can I actually love myself? All of me, not the fucking good parts and the good day.
Yep, not the things that
the
they're
fucking
like
shadow work.
blah,
Yeah,
blah, blah,
yeah,
blah,
like
no, the messy
the
parts,
messy parts,
the fucking
the
disgusting.
controlling part of you,
Yep.
the person who wants to be dominant, all this other shit, which is not a bad thing, but
Yes.
if it's used correctly. But what I'm saying is, like, could I love myself? The answer was no for so long. And then one day I got to a space where I was like, maybe. And I was like, we're fucking on some progress now.
Okay, yeah.
Right? And I feel like I'm still in that maybe stage, but I feel like I'm finally leading to that space of yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to sit here and be like, yeah, I love there's moments.
Yes, absolutely.
Right?
Yes.
But to say in a wholeness, can I love myself? The answer is maybe.
Yeah.
That's my fucking answer. And I was just like, let's stop over spiritualizing, oh my gosh, this rose spirituality or the spiritual
The
work.
bypassing.
It's like, oh my gosh, it's like, no.
Sometimes. And bypassing for the people in the back, spiritual bypassing is an excellent way to logic yourself right out of a situation.
Yeah.
And you need to recognize that you're doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Lou actually introduced me to tarot sickness, which is when you just watch or do like so much tarot that like you disassociate from engaging in the world.
I had that.
And then you're just like going by the cards or going by.
I just let that go.
Yeah, it's like you really gotta like live
in the now
and like be present. And then like the tarot is not. You can abuse anything, right?
Yeah.
So it's like you can overconsume anything. So overconsumption leads to a distraction of like the journey of self.
Yeah, I distracted myself. I just went sober. I've been sober for.
Oh, I saw that! Congratulations!
Yeah, ho. So no. Yeah, I just went
lit.
sober for. It's been about a month and a half.
So lit.
From alcohol. I've been consuming alcohol since I was about 14, and on a very intense level. Mm-hmm. And I got to a space one day where I had. So it takes me a long time to make a decision, a life-changing, a life-changing, altering decision.
Yes.
But once I make it, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
And so one day I woke up with a raging hangover and a headache. Mm-hmm. And I said, I'm done. Yeah. And so with me saying that, I was okay, I'm done. But what does that mean? How would my life look? And I had to unpack the reason why I was, drinking. For me, it was more so I looked at it as a way to connect. Mm-hmm. As a way to hide, and a way to loosen up. And I'm saying, okay, so Shauntelle, who are you in social settings sober? Who are you without this, in my case, a crutch? So who am I without that? Am I able to be fully seen, fully heard, and fully received without this? And what will my life look like? Number one, it'll be a lot less it'll be cheaper. Yeah. I ain't got to buy when I go out to, get food, whatever. Yeah. And secondly, I'm able to be fully present. Yes. When I don't want anything to make me feel something like any type of way, because number one, I was an angry drunk.
They're called spirits for a reason.
So I had to take away the thing, and then okay, now Shauntelle, deal with your anger, deal with your shit. And so for me, it's just been this roller coaster of ups and downs. The itch is still there, still strong. It's not as strong as it was when I first stopped, but. I realized it was never about giving up alcohol. Every moment where I say no to that, I say yes to myself. It was always about choosing myself. So fuck the alcohol. Fuck me giving it up. It was always about me and choosing myself. We said earlier, choosing myself in moments where I'm like, no, let's have a beer. No, you're creative. I'm going to get creative and make me a juice. Yeah.
Yes.
Tap into that sacred energy and really get creative and realize that heal. And now I'm able to be present and show up, and I can trust myself, say I'm enough. And if I'm not enough for you, that's okay. Yeah. That's totally fine. But
You're enough for yourself.
For myself. That's a good one. And so I just realized, like, will I drink again? I can't see me doing that. But what I can say is that I want to be seen, heard, and felt and received. And that no longer requires alcohol. On that note.
Applause.
Yes. Yes.
That's so beautiful.
That's where I'm at with it. And it's like,
that's beautiful.
We're good to go.
And it's like, you know, I love psychology and brains and people and choices. And, you know, I think, or not I'm so proud of you. Like, I'm so proud because coming to the recognition that it is, or it was a crutch that
an addiction.
That, and like addictions also, y'all, are like, it's brains.
Yeah.
It's patterns, right? So like, coming to the realization that like this thing or these things, if you're listening and you know you're relying on them to be a person, quote unquote, like it takes so much. It's a journey that you have to take. Yeah. Right. Like my friend Shaylee calls it like. You gotta walk your 40 days and 40 nights in the desert, dude. You gotta do it.
Come on.
All right. And like, I know that, and thank you so much for being so brutally honest about this and your process and what you're experiencing. And I, as a black femme, I'm a big old nerd, so I just want to write a ton of books like when I'm older. And black femmes and the ways that I too started drinking when I was like 15, 16 years old, kept it up. I still smoke weed. Yeah. However, I experienced chronic pain. I abused prescription medication growing up, blah, blah, blah. Like, as black femmes, like, we are conditioned early to mask the pain or hide the pain or hide ourselves, right? So, like, releasing that and choosing you, is really it's such a powerfully autonomous thing that you've never experienced. It's really stepping into the abyss and like falling into yourself. And there's so much discovery in that. And it's like I know it's hard. Like there was a point where I was drinking a lot. Yeah. Then I learned that with when I had PMDD real bad, it was triggering my brain to consume, like just to drink and drink and drink. And like growing up working in bars and shit, you know what I mean? Like I would drink to do anything, everything. Yeah. And like really, I think I was like 30 when I was like, I have to change my relationship to this thing. Yeah. Whether that means that I cut it off completely, whether that means it's something that I like come back to later, but for now, like it cannot be this. Yeah. And because of that, I've been able to like restructure my relationship with alcohol, my relationship with prescription medication, shit I have to take that I abused in the past, like, oh, LOL, turns out I do need Adderall. Right. Yeah.
I'll say I'll end with this. It's funny because two things. First, I remember when I made the decision, I was in deep meditation, and I heard my body say thank you. When I say I let it go, I heard my body say thank you, because my body wasn't. I would throw up. Yeah, your body was like, can I please have some water? Please. Nervous system was like, no more. My liver was like, bitch, no more. I am trying. Yeah. Number one. And then number two, remember you just said like that abyss. I'll give you guys this. I had a dream about a month ago. The dream was, have you seen Avatar?
Like the Last Airbender?
No, the movie. With like Zoe Saldana and stuff? No. Okay, so.
But I feel like I know the story.
So imagine how that looks. You see Avatar, imagine how it looks, right? So it's very blue, very like pretty.
The James Cameron movie.
I
saw that shit.
Yeah. It's like so like set that's the setting. And I was on this cliff and it was just like a waterfall, and I looked down and I was like, oh shit, and then suddenly I just jumped. I jumped from the fucking cliff, and I was like, and then immediately I was caught by dolphins. And I was swimming with the dolphins, and I was afraid at first because I was like, what the fuck is happening? There's dolphins around me. What the fuck? And then immediately I start. There you go. So then I start
in the fucking water, nigga. You ever gotta take it to the water?
So then I start, swimming with the dolphins, and then I woke up, and then I heard spirits say, "That's your life right now. You gotta jump. You gotta jump. You know what the fuck is happening." And then I was like, "Let me look up the meaning of dolphins." And actually, let me do this shit right.
Let's do it. Look it up.
Swimming with dolphins. I can't remember what it was, but swimming with sharks. Niggas is crazy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
So it means swim with dolphins in a dream is highly positive with connotations including trust, harmony, protection, rebirth, and good luck.
Wow.
And dreaming about dolphins symbolizes harmony and excitement, and also fulfillment. And so I feel like right now I just jumped, and I'm like, come on, dolphins, catch me. Come on, God, catch me. Come on, answers, catch me. And I feel like I'm finally being caught. I'm finally in a space now where I had to let things go so that I can become the person who I am today. I had to let people go so that I can be birthed into this new person. And I had to really open my heart chakra. I had to really open my heart to get to a space where I said, okay, this ship and closed your whole fucking. Actually, it closed when you were 8 years old. You remember? I remember when it closed. It closed when my grandfather died, and it closed when I found out I was adopted. So it closed up. And now I'm about to be 32. I'm like, open that bitch back up. It's time. It's time to have people in your life to help you open it up and open it up. So that's where I'm at now. I'm in the place in my heart where I'm opening my heart chakra. I am rooting myself in who I am, what I'm called to do, my vision of help people return home to themselves, and finally on the pathway to turning that maybe, I can love myself to a yes. That's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at.
And that, America, is how you liberate yourself right there.
Sorry, I gotta go shoot a move, but
yeah. We're gonna wrap that up literally on that note. Oh wait,
yes.
Spooky question, because
yeah.
What is your favorite or most memorable Halloween costume?
Okay, want to hear a funny story?
Yes.
I grew up Christian, so I wasn't allowed to celebrate Halloween.
Do you celebrate it now?
No, I don't got enough energy for all that. No.
Okay, maybe we gotta. I'm like, that was not the answer. Okay. I mean, we'll get into that later.
The funny, I wasn't allowed to. Now,
yeah.
But now I'm like, I mean,
let's just look.
Now
okay.
I'm just like, I watch a movie at the crib.
Okay, so I also grew up Christian and didn't do Halloween costumes really.
I couldn't watch Harry Potter either.
Late.
I could watch.
But later in life, and it's funny because this is before I really embraced my queerness. I would dress like famous men. So I was like Don King one year, Rick James one year.
Rick James, bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. So just embracing the weird.
Damn, I haven't.
Let's play. Look, maybe if it's not this year, Shauntelle. Maybe it's gonna be next year. You know what? It's going to be a group costume. I already see it. Oh my god. So
I'm gonna say this though, real quick, come on camera. So I'm just gonna say it.
Zoom in.
No follow-up questions. Hey boo, hey, I see you, girl. That's it. That's all we got.
And with that,
I fucking say it, bitch.
I
can fucking say it.
We're gonna go. Thank y'all for watching. We're gonna Shauntelle, what is the handle again, please?
Yes,
on Instagram.
So my personal is Shauntelle __Boyer, and my podcast is Shauntelle Says Podcast.
I'll make sure to put those in the notes as well, so y'all can access them. Also, follow me, share me. I'm out here. There's a sign now.
That's a good one.
Right?
That's a good one. It's a good one. On that skin, I'm loading. It's really good.
Thank you, Sculpt. You really did that for us. But yes, follow me on Instagram at thehardrs313. You can email me at thehardrs3. Or wait, yes, thehardrs313@gmail.com. You can subscribe to the Patreon, which we are revamping. We're coming back. baby.
Go on
With some new
Patreon.
shit. Listen, okay, it's Patreon
Uh-oh.
/TheHardRs313.
Also, you can email me at shauntellesalespodcast@gmail.com if you want to come on the podcast.
Yes. I hope you'll let me on the podcast.
Absolutely.
I wanna come on your podcast.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you. Mwah, mwah. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Nigga with the shoe. Look at the boots with the fur. Oh, just so great. Thank you.
I put my whole
Thank you.
lips on her neck just
Listen,
then.
hey,
Lord.
you ever just get like a little
All
perfect.